Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to write a Python program to print whether a given number is prime or not. The steps we have to involve in this problem is that first we have to take the input from the user. First, we have to take the input from the user, and then we will do this problem using a loop using for loop. Okay. So first we have to. I have already created a file in my Python folder. So you should use .py. You can name any thing, but you don't have to add any space. So to make my file name readable, I use the underscore column. So let's start. So now first we have to take the input. So let a variable n where we have to take the input and int input enter the number. One second. Yeah, perfect. Enter the number. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Just a second, guys. Ah, perfect. Now, now from here, so okay. So now for I in range 2 to n. Okay. So what is a prime number? First, we have to understand that a prime number is a number which is divisible by one and itself only, and not by any other numbers. So that is a prime number. So if I took a variable I and which has the value from 2 to n minus 1 to n minus 1. So if uh, n divided by I, just a second, n divided by I is equals to 0, then print the entered number NUMBR is prime. And here now I will break the statement, means break the loop. Okay. And now else uh, print. Okay, no, is not prime. Yeah, is not prime. And here I will write the entered number is prime. Now let's understand this code first. So n. So n is a variable where we stores the data, stores the number. So why we use int? So if we not use the input function, input is a built-in function which will return us the value as a string, and thus we cannot divide using it. We cannot divide a string and a integer in Python or in any other coding language. So we will add input int here, so which is known as typecasting. Now for I range, because every number is divisible by 2, we know that. So we will start with 2 here, and if the number is divisible by, so if let's take an example. Okay, now let's understand this correctly. That first, so for example, we take example 6. 6 is divisible by 2 comma 3. Okay, 6 is divisible by 2. So if we don't add this break statement here, so and 6, so here the value of I here will be, let's copy this first. Control plus C. Okay, now here uh, I value is equals to 2, and we know the value of n is 6. Okay, so value of n is 2, So now the which is and 2 is divisible by 6, so the remainder will be 0. Then it will print the statement the entered number is not prime. Okay, this is the output, and I'm not adding this break here. So again, the again we will go again the loop will run, and the value of the I will be 3. Now the value of the I will be 3. So now 6 is also divisible by 3. So again it will print the entered number is not prime. So to avoid this condition, we added break here. So break in the if statement. So if the if statement runs, so it will break the loop and comes out of it. Okay. So the entered number is not prime. Now why we use else here? So first of all, I may have to understand that this is a for else loop, not a if else loop. So it is a for else loop and not a if else loop. Okay. So for else loop. So if we use, for example, we take an now okay. So if we do not use a break here, let's make you understand with the output example only. So terminal. Okay. Now we have entered my number 6. Sorry, not 6. 6. Okay. So the entered number is not prime, but if we enter the number without break, without adding the break function to the number which we uh, without adding the break function, say let's see, the entered number is not prime, the entered number is not prime, and it also print the else function, the entered number is prime. So we are using break here, break here, so that if the if statement is completed, so the for and else, which is a loop, it will break the loop and comes directly out of the function. So for example, if we add 5, so the entered number is prime because the if statement did not print. So it will go again and again and again, and we know that the if statement will not function anytime because uh, for example is equals to 2, 5 is not divisible by 2, then 3 not divisible by 3, 4 not divisible by 3, and the range of the n range of the I over, so it will directly come to else and the print the entered number is prime. Done. Okay, let's take okay, now for example we take the example of 2. So what will be the answer? Because the 2 is here only, so the print the entered number is not prime, or it will print the entered number is prime, and the answer is entered number is prime. So why this works? Because because so in we have, let me just copy this code again. Before, so okay, so for I is equals to range, and here we choose the uh, chose the value n is equals to 2. So we have to find, so range puts the value to greater or equals than 2 and less than 2, which means and the value of is greater than or equals to 2, which means equals to or greater, okay, 2 uh, greater than or equals to or less than 2, and which is not possible because we have to choose a value which is less than 2 or greater than 2. That is not possible. So it is impossible. The loop will not function. Means the for loop will not function, and directly, if the for loop is not functioning, we will directly come to the else statement where print the entered number is prime. So the two, so the when we enter the number two, so the output will be the entered number is prime.